Hey everybody, welcome to the Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody, your host. We're coming to you from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, that quirky little corner of northwest Arkansas. You know, Eureka Springs is full of history, and today I've got with me Robin Bray from the Eureka Springs Historical Museum, and she's going to fill us in on some things about what's coming up there at the museum. Let's get Robin. Hey Robin.
Hey, Melody. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, I'm glad to see you, and happy spring. Everything's coming into bloom. Jonquils are blooming in my yard, and people are starting to come in droves, aren't they, into town?
They sure are. We had a really busy Saturday, had a lot of families. It was fun.
Yeah. And I wanted to get right off the bat. The museum has got a special event coming up, and I know the locals are going to want to know about it. And I know a lot of our guests that are going to be in town during that time are going to wanting to, figure out how to be a part of what's going on there. So let's jump into this particular event that we're here to talk about today: the Haunted by History, a night at the museum. That just sounds fun.
It's going to be a great time. We've never done any kind of paranormal investigation at the museum, and I have guests all the time ask me, like, is it scary here after dark? Is it haunted? And I don't know because we close at 4. So we're going to find out. And we're
Okay.
going to invite the guests in. It's from 8 to midnight, April 17th. It's a Friday night. We have a limited number of tickets for how many people the building can hold, stay in fire code. So hop online and get those now. You can find them through our Facebook page or our website. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to tell folks about the history of the building, the 1889 Calif House, where the museum is housed. And we're going to let them do a little investigation on your own. So bring your ghost meter and sign up
Oh
and
my
join us.
gosh. Oh, wouldn't that be wild and crazy if After Hours does make them show up?
Yeah, I can't
That
wait
would be
to see
crazy.
what we find out.
Well, during the day it's kind of in and out. Everybody, maybe they're just afraid to come out, and maybe they only come out at night.
We have had some, interesting things happen, so we're
Okay.
curious to find out what goes on here at night.
All right. April 17th, correct?
Friday, April 17th
Okay.
from
How much are
8 to
tickets?
midnight.
How much are the
Tickets are
tickets?
$35 per person.
Okay, all right. So Facebook or a website where you can get tickets, and the
Yes.
museum is so fun anyway, without all of the paranormal investigation. But people just don't realize, all the things that are right there at the museum. I and y'all have like rotating exhibits and things that are going on quite a bit. Let's jump into, you talked about the actually beginning of the downtown location. How long have y'all been there at this particular location?
The museum has been here about 55 years now, but the building has been here since 1889.
Well, if that doesn't make a ghost show up, I don't know what will.
It's a beautiful
That's a
building.
And you guys have improved it quite a bit. Your exhibits are really neat. You've done some improvements, and we're looking at a photograph. I don't know if you can see it, Robin, of the entrance into one of the rooms. And I love you put a
Yeah.
little archway like Break Basin Spring. What can people expect? Are you room by room, decade by decade? What are people telling you about the actual flow of the museum?
Well, the first area where I recommend people start their tour is under that Basin Spring sign, that photo that you just showed.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it kind of tells the chronological story of the founding of our town. Starts
Mm-hmm.
off talking about the first people of the area, early settlers, the discovery of Basin Spring, and goes on to tell about the building of the town, exploring the springs, the fires. We've had some major fires, fire exhibit right behind me.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then you go on to the next room, which is our special exhibit space that we were talking about, those exhibits that change every 6 months. Right now we have engineering marvels. And one of the improvements I've seen made at the museum in the years that I've been here is, museums are full of things that you can't touch. And we do have a lot of stuff that you can't touch, but we also have 6 hands-on exhibits down here on the first floor now, so a lot of fun for guests
Mm-hmm.
and families. We have a switchboard that you can plug in, listen to stories that we had actors record of people's early experiences here when the town was first founded.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little train table right now in the Engineering Marvels exhibit. Folks love pushing that button and being a perfectionist, getting that train track all lined up.
It is very interactive. I've been in there many, many times, and but I, it's almost like every time I go, I see something that I didn't see before. Even in the same case, I mean, it really does take some time
Hmm.
and to really enjoy the full museum. And there was one thing I really found to be kind of question marks. There's some items there that I just can't figure out. Um, I know you can't. I don't want you to give it away, but I'm looking. Well, you sent me a photograph, and I have all kinds of questions about what this thing's about. I'm showing it to people right now on the screen, Robin, and there are a few things in there that it really does make you just stop and think. Okay, first of all, what does it do? And you're like, some of them are really beautiful pieces too. Like this wood cabinet is gorgeous.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
The
but
craftsmanship, but kind
yeah,
of
but I'm like,
scary too.
yeah, but I'm like, all these apparatuses that are there, you really have to go to the museum, don't you, to really
You do,
get
and
into
this
that.
piece is up on the second floor with a bunch of different medical equipment. Um, Up on the second floor, we have exhibits about the Crescent Hotel, really popular place to go visit here in Eureka. We have exhibits about the schools, that medical equipment, which this is part of.
That's
There's
a
a
hint.
large,
That's a
yeah,
hint.
that is a hint. There's a large art gallery upstairs. Half of the upstairs is art gallery, and there's a room up there called the Pioneer Room with uh, things like automated butter churns and old-fashioned washing machines and a whole lot of dolls. And some people think the dolls are a little creepy.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, and thank God some of the medical equipment doesn't still work because I've seen a few thing or two up there, and I'm like, oh my God, that looks barbaric.
Yeah,
Don't think I'd put my body into any of those things. But so if you're watching this and put in the comments below, what do y'all think this particular instrument or apparatus? How would you call it? What do y'all think it is? Write in the comments below what your guess is. And then of course you really want the answer, you're gonna have to come to the museum, right?
absolutely.
Well, spring break's coming up. I know y'all are going to be busy. Springtime is here. And I know a lot of kids are coming to town also to explore Eureka Springs. And I know that you guys welcome kids to come in and take part. You want to talk a little bit about what the kids can enjoy there?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, all these interactive exhibits. We also have a fun thing for kids called the Hysterical History Tour. And it's like a scavenger hunt. I'll give you a little piece of paper and a pencil, and you can go through the museum and see if you can find all the things. And there is a little prize at the end if you complete your hysterical history tour. I had a family in Saturday with 7 kids, and they each did it, even the parents, and they had a blast.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Few
Uh,
trick questions on there, but I'll always help you if you
oh,
ask.
okay, okay. You'll give a hint if they get stuck, right?
I will.
All right. Robin, you're doing a fantastic job at the museum, and Jeff Danos, the director there. You guys are really part of the real fabric of Eureka Springs and your friendly faces. And, Eureka Springs Historical Museum also kind of acts like a visitor center in some regards. If you've got questions, stop in there and ask questions about the town or where to go and how to get in, take part of other things, which is a really, really big service to our visitors. So I want to say thank y'all for doing that as well. Uh,
Absolutely. Stop by for a free map anytime.
Free map, and there's you can get other information there. Like, don't y'all have a walking? Isn't there a walking tour map or something like that there?
There's several visitor guides and maps and there's a little booklet called the Stair Step Town. There's a lot of books that we have that tell about the town, but it's a great way to start your visit here.
Hmm.
Uh, like I said, free maps, free visitor guides. Jeff's lived here for many years. I've lived here for 10 years. Our collections manager's been here even longer. So we're a great team at helping you guys figure out where to go and what to do and how to have fun in Eureka.
Right, right. And it really is one of the best first stops in Eureka Springs because there's
Absolutely.
so much history. And, once you've been in the museum and then you ride around town, you're like, oh, And that's what they were. There's that,
Uh-huh.
It really makes
People always want to
sense
know
of
where that
them.
basin spring is. It's in the park.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in the park. It's in the park.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robin, for all that you do for our town and for the museum. You are one of the bright sunshine parts of a lot of our lives here in Eureka Springs. We appreciate all your energy that you always give back to the town. And we're so happy that you're there still at the museum and you're making things like this and bringing people into the fold and helping us stay informed about what's going on at the museum. We really appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much, Melody, and I
All
hope to
right.
see some of y'all at our Haunted by History Night at the museum,
That's right.
April
Y'all come on
17th.
April 17th. Y'all get your tickets on Facebook or on their website. Thanks, Robin, for everything, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, you, Melody.
Bye
Have a
bye.
great day.
Yes. So, guys, get that out. Get your tickets. That's going to be pretty cool. I think that a night at the museum, I love that idea. They're always coming up with good ideas to get people engaged and to celebrate and to support the museum. That's important too because it does take people going through the doors and donations to make sure that we can preserve all the history of Eureka Springs. So make the Historical Museum your first stop when you visit here in Eureka Springs. Thanks for joining us today, guys. We'll see you next time here on the Eureka Springs channel. Bye bye.